First, I salute the dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. I'm really very grateful to the authorities of the Pondicherry University, including my Honorable Vice Chancellor, is going to join another few minutes. And also the family members of my DMS is a conference with me to delegate the matters to me for conducting these programs. So I salute my family members, the faculty members also. So first, you know very well, the success of any programs depends upon the vibrant leadership. This Pondicherry University is the last nearly for 11 months is a vibrant leadership. Dr. Gurmeet Singh is there. He always delegate the powers to the people. He never bother about the centralized management principle. He always bother about the decentralization principles. So as a senior man, I am always love the leader because he is always give the importance to the senior faculties as well as the young faculties also. So in this connection, on behalf of the family members of the Pondicherry University, both the teaching and non-teaching staff members, I salute the Gurmeet Singh ji because the leader is effective, everything goes on well. So that is my duty to honor my Vice Chancellor. Then any of the programs that the chief guest is very important. Today is a very, very big dignitaries are on the dais. I know very well many of the people are very busy schedules. Last few minutes also there's people told it's very difficult to reach. So I salute the dignitaries on the dais. It is deemed to be an honor to deliver the welcome address along with the Synapse 18s. The Synapse concept you know very well, that is a nurse between the industry and the institute. Because the management institute is very famous in India. Among the prominent institute, the management department is a very prominent in the Pondicherry University because the first department established in the year 1986 under the dynamic leadership of Dr. the late Venkata Subramaniam ji. So in these occasions, I salute the Venkata Subramaniam ji also because he put a very good foundation in this university. It is my duty to show my gratitude to the former Vice Chancellor and the former head, Dr. Tyagarajan ji, is put a lot of efforts to bring this department in this level, so I salute him. And the next but not least, you know very well today people talk about the synapse. This word is coined by the then and the late Dr. Narayanan ji. I never forget, today I stand before you because that man. So he bring this department to this level. I salute the Dr. Narayanan ji also. So on behalf of the DMS and my own behalf, I extend a very cordial welcome to all of you in the inaugural event of the Synapse 18s. The main object of the Industry Institute interface to stimulate our student leadership style also, and also to approach the industries. This is a department, is a vibrant department, very good students are available, take the positions, that is the main aim. So on behalf of the Pondicherry University DMS, I extend a very warm welcome to all the press peoples and the non-teaching staff of this university also. My Professor Gurmeet Singh is likely to join this event very shortly. Professor Anjaneya Swami, it is my duty to welcome my senior colleague, previously served in the same department, both of them are the same board. Now he is previously getting the tourism department, presently the School of Management Dean. There are 6 schools are available in the Pondicherry University. Every dean is vibrant. Out of among the deans, by Professor Anjaneya Swami, not only is a management man, is a kingmaker in the tourism department. During his period only, the center of the tourism department converted into the Department of Tourism Studies. In India, only 2 universities are offering for tourism department for MBA. This university also, this is a complete, the entire credit goes to Professor Anjaneya Swami ji, so I salute him. The next, you know very well, that's very, very important. Any programs, the chief guest is very important. I contact my very good friend, Dr. Das ji. He's told immediately, don't worry brother, I'm definitely accept the invitations, provided put a word to Gurmeet Singh. Without my leader, I never do anything in this university. So I always love my leader and always love my friend also. Dr. Das is a very great academician because I'm also competent with many things, but he is a very great man. He brings the Thiruvar Central University very effective manner. Previously is a dormant university, now he is one of the functional university in India. I salute you on behalf of the academician of the Pondicherry University as well as the academician of all over India also. Because Das is a vibrant man. He never bother about the positions. He is always bother about his friendship. We got a very good friendship with many years. He kept so I salute him, sir. I extend a very warm welcome to also. Then the next one you know very well. during the busy schedule, no managing director of the you know very well, government institute or government organizations accept these invitations. But my friend and the philosopher and from the NLC, that's called the Prakash Kumar, immediately accepted my invitations. I contacted him. He's already told, I'm also finance director formally, because both of them are finance. I salute him also because normally the managing director accepted. But that's because of the concentrate with the various administrative activities, it is very difficult to move from this institute. But he told, I am always seeing the ECR road, your university, Hariharan. I am ready to come to this event. So I salute him, sir, on behalf of the participants, on behalf of my students, on behalf of the DMS family, sir. Then the next, you know very well, that the decentralized management, the next middle level management, that is the head of the department. All central universities, the heads are under rotations. When I was joined this Pondicherry University, Chitra is also small lady. Now she's heading the department. She's always following the democratic principle. She's not an autocratic leader. He's a democratic leader. That madam is already give the full freedom to me to conduct the synapse. And the universities also give the full freedom to conduct the synapse. And Anjaneya Swami, in the one conference, he moved the file also. I salute him, both the Chitra Sivasubramaniam and Anjaneya Swami ji also. And these programs is going to this level because of the another colleague joined along with me as a faculty member in this department. Now she is heading now she is also the professor of management, Dr. Charumadiji. The entire credit goes to my student and the Charumadiji. He bring the one-to-one every academic activities. That is, I salute the Charumadiji ma'am also. And that's very, very important. Without the student, nothing to be done. In this university, my MBA department is proud of it. Very sincere people. And I salute my student leader, Amit Kumar, is elected as a Synapse chairman. So on behalf of the student, I show my gratitude to the leader also, because he is always with me for conducting such a type of very good event. And also I personally thanks to all the panelists. There are many panelists, more than 60 panelists are available. I salute every industrial people for coming over here to give the lecture. So I salute on behalf of the Pondicherry University, on behalf of the Vice Chancellor also. And not least, in the Department of Management Studies, one unique feature is there. That is called any central university, only one MBA department is there. In Pondicherry also, my department is the number one department. There are four or five children also. The first children is the tourism department, headed by Anjaneya Swami those days. Now heading one vibrant man's swing also. The another department, very famous department in the School of Management, Commerce Department, Professor Lazarus G is there, former student of St. Joseph College, is conducting this Commerce Department also. I salute him. I extend a very warm welcome to Commerce Head also. The another child that is called the Banking Technology Department, very vibrant department. There is a competition between the MBA department. I extend a very warm welcome to Sudali Muthu, head of the department also. And you know very well, any department normally put their efforts. There is a Commerce Department, the former head of the department, Professor Natarajan Ji is here. I extend a very warm welcome to Dr. Natarajan Ji also. And in the Management Department, if anybody approach Management Department, first one professor is there, attached with the industry also, that none other than Professor Prabhakar Raya Ji is a very strong man. He is a very good public relation is there. He is going to, Professor contribution is highly commendable in the field of human resource area. I salute him. I extend a very warm welcome to Prabhakar Raya Ji also, because we are proud of a very senior professor in the department. And next, the former head of the department, previous head, Dr. Nambirajan Ji. I can extend a very warm welcome to Nambirajan also, and extend a very warm, compared to me as a professor, senior faculty member. The second faculty member, those days appointed in the management department, Dr. Uma Chandrasekhar ma'am, I extend a very warm welcome. And extend a very warm welcome to, that is Professor Venkatesh Kumar. He is a very silent spectator in the department. He is very strong in the OR area. I extend a very warm welcome to Venkatesh Kumar also. And I extend a very warm welcome to Kasalingam Ji. I extend a very warm welcome to Riyasuddin. Formerly is a military man, come to the academic field. I extend a very warm welcome. I extend a very warm welcome to the former head of the department, former center head, Karaikal, Lalita Ramakrishnan. It is my duty to show that. Because nowadays getting money is very easy. Getting people is very difficult. This is my experience. I show the gratitude to all the people, including the press people, everybody. Now it is a time to honoring the guest on behalf of the Vice Chancellor, Now I request Prabhakar Raya ji to adorn shawl to the NLC chairman ji, please. My welcome address already indicated the vibrant leader none other than Professor Gurmeet Singh ji is always follow the decentralized principle. In 1882, Professor Chester I. Bernard indicate the everything goes on the importance of subordinate, that is called a decentralization. Professor Gurmeet Singh always believe only democratic management. He never bother about it autocratic management. That is why seniors like me, we are always associated with the Professor Gurmeet Singh ji, and also give the first maximum importance to the management department also. So I salute him on behalf of the student community, on behalf of me, on behalf of the DMS family. I am going to adorn shawl to Dr. Gurmeet Singh ji.
Well, very good morning, friends. Professor A.P. Das, my colleague from Central University of Tamil Nadu, Shri Rakesh Kumar, Chairman and Managing Director, NLC Nevli, then Professor Anjana Swami, Dean of the School of Management, Professor Hariharan, who is the coordinator of this event, Professor Chitra Subramaniam, HOD of the department, and Professor B. Charumati, the co-convener of this, and of course the student participant, Mr. Amit Kumar. It has been a great pleasure having all of you here, and the moment I entered in the hall here, I felt a little nervous, because after seeing such a smartly dressed people sitting in a cluster, I felt a little uneasy. But at the same time, I felt very much charged that here is a smartly dressed person gearing to go further in their career. Then I sat here, relaxed for a while, and I suddenly remembered, it's a situation to situation variation. When you move and get into a defense gathering, you automatically feel very energetic, very alert, and your gaiety changes. You stand with them, you will be very properly standing and talk to them very smartly. And when you go to a group of scientists, things are different. When you come to management, very smartly dressed, as I said, go to chemists or physicists. In my own subject, there are 3 branches: physical chemistry, organic chemistry, inorganic chemistry. When you go to a group of organic chemists, they will be all having ruffled hair, broken buttons on the shirt, and with very strange, sad expressions on their face, because they are bothered about 7 stages, 8 stages, 10 stages synthesis. And every time you move on to the next stage, the yield drops and they are bothered that when they actually finish, how many milligrams they are going to get. That's what weighs all the time in their mind, and that reflects on their face. Therefore, and when you go to a group of physical chemists, they'll be very smartly dressed like you with a tie and all, because they are not going to go to the lab. They'll be working on certain equipments in an air-conditioned atmosphere. And the inorganic chemists, when you go, they vary from situation to situation, because they will invariably think of what is he doing, organic chemist, and what is physical chemist doing, and how best I can mix together and get the benefit out of this. So depending on whether they are there or this side, their countenance will change, and I happen to be a mix of inorganic chemists and physical chemists. So depending on how one has to change, one changes the attire and the expressions and everything. But coming back to your smartly dressed groups, you know, it is said, and my senior colleagues sitting here in the front row and all other, they'll agree with me that whenever there is a scuffle or an argument with your better half, there are situations which will change. And when a wife has to draw the attention of the husband, she has to look very melancholy, very sad. And her husband will always be bothered, what is the problem? Or, you know, one would feel concerned. And one has to, and when husband has to draw the attention of wife, he has to be looking very cheerful, very happy, very smart. You know, so you are all very smartly dressed all the time. So I am giving you a note of caution. So you might land up in some difficulties at situations. Therefore, you have to be a little careful on this. But then your job demands that way. It's when you go to a conference of psychologists and philosophers, when they are just about to sit for the session like the way you are sitting, they are so lost that I have personally seen there was a philosopher, eminent philosopher sitting. When his wife came, he just said, "Good morning, madam. It looks like I've seen you a number of times." So it changes from subject to subject, time to time. And when you go to a gathering of defense officers, they'll all be very smartly dressed, sitting there. And when the wife will come there, any defense officer's wife next to him, as usual, he'll stand up and he'll say, "Good morning, good morning." And the wife will retort back immediately, "Yeah, you stupid, I'm your wife. Why are you doing that to me?" So this happens. But why I have narrated all this is, management students are one who are a very balanced lots. They don't fall in any of these categories which I have narrated, whether it is the scientists or philosophers or psychologists or defense officers or whatever. You are always balanced because you need to strike and get the best out of whatever is given to you. You develop a strategy by which the best is extracted out of the company, out of a team, out of whatever you are heading, wherever you are heading. So that's the hallmark of management students. And whenever I come here, whenever I go to your business school, I find people are very motivated, very encouraging, very positive, and I keep telling them that why should it not be? You have to be for two reasons. One, you are not in a management school which is situated in a place which is not worth living anymore. You are in Pondicherry, a city which is full of positivity, full of motivating words from all over, and full of spirituality. All these things will augment your intelligence. And this is a workshop which is on augmented intelligence. This comes to you automatically. I don't think you need any guidance, any motivation in this regard. This is there. It is inherited in you. Therefore, make the best use of it. These things which are being organized, they are only to support whatever you have, to push a little, to augment a little. You are already blessed with all this. All that you need to do is to do these polishing here and there, a bit of that, and that's it. You will be on the right side, on the right track all the time. I give my compliments to the department for organizing such a wonderful event. They have invited some of the best experts, and the best experts, when I say, the purpose would be fulfilled if you rub shoulders with them in the best of ways. Don't allow them to have lunch and dinners and evening teas in a comfortable manner. Surround them, put all your doubts. Even if you wish to put a very stupid question, do that. Feel free. This is what we teach. We not only teach to put answers, question the answers. I would love to learn, and I would love all of you to reach a stage where you will start questioning the questions also. So therefore, that's the level I want you to achieve. Interact in the best of ways with all the experts here. And when our friend Mr. Rakesh Kumar was narrating the good old stories of railway reservations, we used to stand in line, long queues, waste hours. The agony never started from the standing in queues. Agony started the moment you land anywhere, you have to look for parking. In those days, there was no systematic parking. So from there, the nightmare will start. And when you finally get the ticket, it will be as if you have achieved something. Some nurse has come to you and said, congratulations, you have been blessed with a son. So that kind of a feeling one would achieve when you get the railway ticket. Gradually things change, and that's what you would have seen in Delhi, the scene before milk depots. People would stand in the queue for 2 hours to get 4 liters of milk. Things have changed of late. Our country has grown in a very wonderful direction for which we need to be proud of ourselves. And this partly has been contributed by our management experts. 2, 3 examples I keep repeating, you would have heard also. A time in 1965, whatever, you check the data in Google, I'm not going to repeat, I said it the other day also. Whatever fruit grains we were producing, now we are producing 7, 8 times more in a span of 30, 40 years. Not that the fields have grown, fields have shrunk. The mouths to be fed have increased many folds. And despite all that, we have surplus of food now. Now our problem is how best to store that. And that is where your role of management people would come in. How best to go about generating systems by which we can store our food much better. One of the things, why can't you direct or suggest to the government that let's have warehouses all over on the highways and let it be given to private parties. Why should FCI be controlling all these things? There are ways to think about it. I'm just putting a question mark in your mind. 70 years to freedom, we have not been able to manage our water very well. We can very well do this, connect, have rainwater harvesting or whatever. Think about this. One of the biggest problems, one of the biggest challenges that faces you is this one. But I am complimenting you people that with your efforts, we have done amazingly very well. I mean, there's nothing to be depressed about. We should be proud of our achievements as Indians, that we have given a wonderful performance all over the world. 62, when I said for getting 4 liters of milk, one had to stand in the queue. If there used to be a function, we will give an application 2 weeks before the function and then get about 20, 40, 50 liters, whatever you wanted. Now, if I want 1,000 liters of milk right now in the next 10 minutes, I'll be able to get it. How is it that we are the #1 largest producer of milk in the world, despite the fact that our grazing fields have shrunk, our cattle have gone down in number, the people who are required to drink milk have multiplied many folds. Despite that, we are now #1. The proud moment is that American Dairy Association has invited Indian Dairy Association recently that please come and manage our dairy systems here. Their dairy systems is a huge one. Each dairy will have about 40, 50,000 cows, 40, 50,000 of grazing fields, 50,000 acres of grazing fields for the cows. That's the level they manage and the kind of level we have, all cows loitering on the highways, eating plastic. Despite all that, we have been able to do very well. So a question mark to you, how to go further in these directions so that we achieve greater heights. I was talking about railway reservations. Things improved there also. Now you have to click a button, you come to know about everything, how much fare, what distance, what kind of ticket, when will you get it. The first program that was designed in this direction had 3 important persons. And one of those 3 was I think, first batch management student from Pondicherry University. He would have also sat like this. One gentleman called K.S. Rao, who did management from here, and one of the first pioneers who designed this computerization towards railway reservation. So isn't something to be very proud of. Management is an area where there's an active, meaningful dialogue involved all the time. Not like during our time, once again, when we used to make a call we would stand in front of a telephone booth because phones were not very common. And you are standing like this, and it all depends upon the fellow who is inside, luckily. If he takes 10 minutes, you have to wait for 10 minutes, 2 minutes, you are lucky. So a person like me was standing there, and I stood for 29, 30 minutes. That fellow was just hanging up like this, sticking to the phone, not speaking a single word. So I got so desperate, I said, what the hell are you doing? Come on now. You wasted too much of time. You're not talking to anyone. He said, keep quiet. I'm talking to my wife. That means he only had to hear, not speak a word. But you are in a course. I mean, don't think that I'm a henpecker. I mean, it happens. Most of us have to listen, not speak. So he heard for 30 minutes without speaking a word, and he was carefully registering everything. You are in a course which involves an absolute, active, meaningful dialogue. Therefore, enjoy your tenure, enjoy your career, and I wish you all the very best, and make the best use of this particular program which is going to be there, and wish you all the best, and God bless all of you. Thank you so very much.